Hi everyone, welcome to the Diecast collection with ours channel. Here is the Bugatti Divo by Maisto. This is from the special edition series. You can see here that the Bugatti Divo is eating much of the viewing space because this is a large car, and I like this model because it has a lot of detail on it. Being the Maisto special edition, not only the details of the real car, most of the detail have been included in this model. There are also working features that makes the model interactive. You can see the details such as the carbon fiber effect, the paint design, and even the engine, for example. You can see how big this is. I'm holding the car with two hands. To be more precise, here is a 1/64 scale car. In comparison, let me just move this. You see how big the Bugatti Divo 1/18 scale compared to a 1/64 scale car. Let's take a look at the Bugatti Divo, starting in the front. The Bugatti Divo has the red parts as made of metal, and the other parts are made of plastic. Some are made with paper stickers, but we'll get to that as we go along. In the front, similar to the real car, I checked the pictures on the web. It has the same details such as the grille in the front. I think this is a signature of the Bugatti. The grille, the present ones, the modern ones, and the grille has this mesh pattern also on the sides of the grille. Maybe this is part of the grille. It's one material, by the way. It has the same mesh pattern, but it's not hollow. I mean, you can see here that the mesh pattern is a mold. It's not an actual mesh, but it's also giving the great effect of the mesh pattern that can be found in the real car. At the top, there are also these other patterns. A different mesh pattern. It's different than the, I think it's a hexagonal shape in the center compared here, composed of lines, because these lines, similar here in the lip, it is trying to mimic the carbon fiber effect that is part of the material of the car. Very nice. At the top, let's go to the lights. There are these LED paint effects inside in the plastic inserts, just like in the real car, the LED lights. These are not paint designs, by the way. I think they are air intakes for aerodynamics to reduce the drag during races. This might look like a paint stripe, but it's not. It is made of a different material that we're going to check out later. From here, it looks realistic. And we can see the wheels at the bottom as well. Let's take a look at the driver's side. On the left, here is the whole left side of the Bugatti Divo. And there are many metal parts, the red colored part, and the rest are made of plastic with details. Let's take a look at the front. Here is the front. We can see more of the front lights, the plastic insert, the carbon fiber effect, the wheel with the brake disc. You can see that as I turn the wheel, it's realistic. It even has the Bugatti text logo both in the center outside and inside the brake disc. Here's the flag of France with the colors, the theme, blue, white, and red. And it's surrounded by the carbon fiber effect, similar to the front lip bumper. And then it continues at the bottom, at the base, to the air intake at the back. There's a hole here. But compared to the carbon fiber compared here on the door part. I think maybe in the real car it's also not made of carbon fiber, so it does not have the line patterns just like in the base on the top. Maybe that's how they created it. I haven't checked that out, but it's nice to know that in this model we got to learn that some parts might not be made of carbon fiber on the base. Even inside the air intake at the back. Looking here at the door, it has this aerodynamic shape. The door handle on the top, it's not visible on the side if you do a first glance on it, but if you look at the top, you can see the door handle, the casting detail. Behind the window is the name of the car, Divo, in this circle. It's surrounded by this carbon fiber effect. Moving on to the back, here is the back wheel. Just like in the front wheel, it has its own brake disc and the text logos for the brake disc and the center. Looking at the back, it has the carbon fiber effect that is similar here in the front of the back wheel. The back wing, very slim. Some of the light detailing at the back can be seen here. Let's take a look at the passenger side of the Bugatti Divo. Here is the whole passenger side on the right, very similar on the driver's side. It has the same structure of the wheel, the brake disc, the LED lights on the top, the flag theme surrounded by the carbon fiber effect. And what I like about the large-scale models, the designers have included the side view mirror. They included this. Very nice. It makes the car more realistic. The door handle, the name of the car, just like on the other side. Just like on the driver's side, this does not have the carbon fiber effect, but the bottom that is continuing, that is outside by the way, it has the carbon fiber effect. When I say the carbon fiber effect, not only that, it's not just a smooth mesh, but when you touch it, if you have this car, you'll be able to feel the roughness compared to the non-carbon fiber effect. This is smooth, and this one has a texture. It's a rough one. The back wheel with the brake disc, the brake lights, and the wing at the top. Let's check the back. Here is the back of the Bugatti Divo. It has the Divo name in the center, and that is for the license plate holder. The brake lights made of plastic. It even reflects on the light. Very cool. From here, the back wing, we can see also there's a mesh pattern, by the way, on the top. And the back wing has these slots for air to pass through. Interesting. We can see some of the interior from this view, but it's kind of far. The camera can't focus, but we'll get to that later. At the back, there are mesh patterns, and that is for the air vents. Again, the carbon fiber pattern, same rough texture. At the bottom are a set of exhausts. This is made of plastic. And there are the air diffusers at the bottom as well. Looking at the top, here's the whole top of the car. Very detailed. This is the front trunk door. It has line details and this can be opened. We're gonna check that out later. More of the air vent on the sides just behind the LED lights. And now we go here that I said earlier, this is not a paint striping. It does look like a paint striping. That is how they designed this. But the paint striping is actually a carbon fiber effect. Similar plastic material to the other carbon fiber effect that we saw earlier. Windshield wipers, a pair. Here's the window. Some of the interior can be seen from here. The top, it has a mix of the metal part and some plastic. That continues. I gotta turn the car, it's too long. And continues at the back. So we're now going to the back, and at the center is the fin. It's just like in the real car. We get to see the engine. And the engine has these details. It even has the numbers 1500. The text beneath it is kind of tiny, so I can't read that. But you can pause the video and maybe you can check that out. And here is W16, I guess, or make that 70. No, W16. Okay. Some more of the engine detail. We can't see more of the engine because it's covered. And now we continue at the back and some more detail, and that is for the engine vent. And what's nice is if you look at the back wing, it also has this rough texture for the carbon fiber. A light material to make the car lighter and faster during races. Let's look at the base. Here's the base. Okay, it's kind of upside down. Okay, here's the full base of the Bugatti Divo. Not much can be seen from here, and I guess that reflects to the actual car as well. Because I guess the car manufacturers for these kinds of supercars, they tend to cover the bottom with panels like this to make the car more, let's just say, pretty when you look at the bottom, something like that, and to protect the underside from the weather elements such as mud. Now we get to see in the front the tire differences. The front tires are a bit slim compared to the back, because the back needs to be wider for grip, I guess. There are these casting detail for, I guess, an air intake. Some more of the details, and it's again supposed to be carbon fiber. The name of the car, the brand, and the scale. Look at that, 1/18. Not sure, maybe these are additional exhausts, I guess, because we saw this earlier on the top. Okay, let's take a look at the interior of the car. So we can check the interior in one of two ways. We can just peek through the window, but to make it easier, let's use the opening feature of this car. You can just pull this gently out like that, and we can see more of the driver's side. Oops, okay, I kind of bumped the camera. Let me just zoom in a bit. Okay. There are these interior details on the door with some control panel. And inside, the steering wheel with some paint design and some buttons. I think the meters on the dashboard behind the steering wheel, it's made of a paper sticker. I think it's not printed, unlike in the driver's wheel. Having a hard time focusing. Okay. There are also other details, such as the transmission stick in the middle, air conditioning, the silver painted air conditioning in the center. Here's the car seat with cushion. I think it's a racer type car seat. There's an attachment for the seat belt at the back. It's made of this soft, I think it's a plastic material. At the bottom, I hope I can show it in this angle. A pair of pedals, one for the gas and the other one is for the brake. I think there's no carpet, or maybe there is just some sort of texture to make it look like it's felt, I guess. At the floor. Let's take a look at... Oh, it even has some seat adjustment controls on the side. Very cool. And more of the control panel on the door for the window. On the passenger side, similar mechanism. Pull open. This is the maximum, by the way. I can't pull more to open the door. It has the car seat with cushion. It does not have any soft material, by the way. You can see it's shiny because it's made of plastic. The seat belt, it's fixed at the back. I don't know if I can pull it, but it's just most likely glued, and I don't want to risk destroying the seat belt. And more of the center console. It even has the carbon fiber material in the center. Very cool to know. There's a storage area in the center as well, behind the transmission stick area. Nothing much on the floor. Same plastic material as the driver's side, except that there's no pedals because this is for the passenger. And what's interesting, if I tilt this a bit, you can see that the glove compartment here on the top seems to have some different casting detail on it compared to the other. What I'm trying to say here is the glove compartment does look like it's trying to show it's made of leather that is different to the rest of the front, and that is made of carbon fiber, and that's interesting. Here at the door we get to see also some controls similar to the driver's side. And here is the side view mirror. It has the mirror sticker attached on it, and I like it. Kinda, let's just say, thin material for the whole plastic attachment. So if you have this model, be careful when handling your side view mirrors, because I think they break easily. So just be careful, like I'm doing. Now we have two open doors here. And going back to the original focus, let me see if I can open the front trunk using my nail. Okay, I'm lucky. I was able to open it. Let's take a look at the front trunk, the detail on it. Here's a closer look. This has been on my display case for quite some time, maybe 2 years already, I guess. So there's some dust inside, so pardon me for that. But we can see more of the details of the trunk. It's kind of small. I think it can only fit a backpack or something. This car is just for racing. There are some details for the compartment in the front trunk. Here's the other side. Now the thing is, let's look at the rest of the car. This one does not have an opening engine door. I don't know if this car has an accessible engine, but no, I don't think so, because there's no line detail and no hinge part, because if you can see here, the center fin, that is also made of carbon fiber, does not have any line division, just like here, to show that there's a door or an opening hatch, but it's just one whole piece. And I think in the real car it might also be the same. So if the owner of this car has a problem on the internals, they have to bring this car to the official Bugatti service center, so the experienced technician, the official ones, can take a look at it. So I think that's how this car has been designed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in the real car they can open the engine somewhere and Maisto did not add it, but I think it's the former. Close this. Unlike here in the front trunk, there's a line division for the opening front trunk door. Here, I don't know if this can open this way or that way, because there is a line division here, but I'm not sure if it extends over here as well. I don't think so. So I guess it's a mystery to me on how to open the engine, and most likely the owner in the real car, the owner of this real car, has to bring the car to the service center if there are problems with the engine or similar. That's how I understand it. Very nice big model with working features. Oh, the last working feature that Maisto also has included with this model is the working suspension. If you place the car on a flat surface and you press it, I don't know how this works. Okay, I think it does have a give on it. So that's the working suspension, although it's not that visible. I don't want to risk too much. If I press too hard, I might break the car's axles. But those are the working features of this model: opening doors and the suspension. Unfortunately, the engine cannot be viewed. Maybe that's just the same with the real car. Let me just open the door here. This ends my video art on the Bugatti Divo Special Edition by Maisto. Thanks for watching, enjoy your collection, and see you with the next model.